Hello everyone, what is here? Today we're gonna start playing Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. It's a game that I wanted to play for a long time now. I have played and finished, have completed the first game, Pathfinder Kingmaker, some years ago. For the most part I really liked that game. I had many objections about its game design, but for the most part I really enjoyed it. It was a nice power fantasy. And actually last year, I think last summer, I was about to start this game, but there was a major update coming up with more quests, more classes, patches, fixing bugs and stuff. So yeah, I didn't play it. I chose to wait. Usually with every game I choose to wait, and even when I buy games in early access, I don't play them. I wait for years and years until they are released and patched up. Because even when games are released, that doesn't mean that they are gonna be in a good state. I usually wait 1 or 2 years. This game, because it received a lot of support from Allcat, the company, I chose to wait until the last major piece of content was released. And today here we are, finally I can play this game. I just need to tell you that Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 are not my first CRPGs. I've played CRPGs older than Baldur's Gate even. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, I mean. I didn't really like Baldur's Gate 3. And those are my favorite games. Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, followed by Fallout 1 and 2. Mostly Fallout 1. Fallout 2 I didn't really like. I like it, but not so much as Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 and Fallout 1. So those games are the standard for me, especially Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 for fantasy, of course. Those are the golden standard for me. And Pathfinder, I think Kingmaker was up there. Not as good. Oh, and Icewind Dale, of course, 1 and 2 Icewind Dale. They lacked in dialogues and stuff, but they had a good story. They were more combat focused, but I really love those games as well. So Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, I have heard that it's an upgrade in almost every aspect compared to Kingmaker. And that it's a lot harder too. But from what I understand, it's the epitome of high fantasy, of power fantasy. So far, I don't think any game other than Baldur's Gate 2 and Throne of Baal, especially, let you go at such a high length with power fantasy, very, very high level characters, stuff, abilities, spells, essentially make you feel like a demigod walking the earth. To be honest, I prefer lower scale power. Up to level 20 or something like that is fine. After that, I'm not really a fan of that. I have installed mods, mostly quality of life. Actually, the mods I have installed are quite numerous. Like for example, toy box, voice packs, like better inventory, better UI, stuff like that, you know. I have given some thought as to what class I want to play and my alignment. I haven't looked up guides or I don't know anything about the story, but I do know, I will confess that I do know that this game involves mythic paths and demons and angels and very, very high level stuff and paths that you can follow. And since this is a huge game, like from what I hear is one of the longest games ever, like I've heard that it's bigger than if you combine Baldur's Gate 1, Baldur's Gate 2, Swords of the Coast Tale and Throne of Baal, that this game is bigger than all of the Baldur's Gate dilogy, not trilogy, dilogy, with its expansions, which is it's gonna be something. So having heard that, I decided to make some preparations before I play, because when when you wanna commit for so long to a game, I mean, you want to make the best out of it, right? At least I do. So I've given some thought about what class I want to play and my alignment, yeah, let's go at it. Main story, of course. I know these are the expansions, DLCs and stuff, but I'm not sure. Many of the stuff, unfortunately, one thing I don't like, I haven't even begun playing, and I will start complaining now. One thing I really don't like is when DLCs, story DLCs, are not implemented in the main story. I really don't like it. For example, I really liked the way Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 did it. Like, you finish Baldur's Gate 1, then there is the Tales from the Short Coast, which is like you continue your character, you import your character, and you play the DLC, and then you export your character from the DLC and import it into Baldur's Gate 2 and so on, with Throne of Bal, the same thing. This is what I like with DLCs. I don't like side stories and that have nothing to do with the main game, like almost completely separate stories. And I think some of these DLC do that. Like, you make a new party, you can bring them in the main game. Some of the choices you make, from what I understand, can affect the main game, but you can bring the party to the DLC or from the DLC into the base game. That's my understanding, and I don't like that. And not only that, but I have also heard that in order to make the best out of the DLC and the story, because some of the things and decisions you make in the DLCs affect the base game, even though you manage a completely different party. It's kinda confused when to play what a DLC. God damn, why do they make who makes these decisions in these companies and convolute stuff for the user, for the player, for us? Like, make it simple. Finish the base game, do your DLC, your story DLC that is a follow-up to the story, do the next thing, you know, and then the other DLC is the continuation of your previous DLC. Do it simple. So, like, a simple-minded fool like me can understand and pick up the game and play the DLCs. But I don't, from what I've read, I don't know if I even want to play the DLCs the way they are set up. Anyway, we're gonna do the main story. Join the struggle against the Whirlwind, the epic war between Golarion and the Abyss that has raged for more than 100 years. Up to now, the Crusader armies have barely managed to curb the overwhelming enemy forces, but not for much longer. The Demon Lords are preparing to strike a decisive blow. You will have to harness mythic powers, take command of the 5th Crusade, and lead it against the demonic hordes. Even within this small paragraph, I want to stop the recording now and go outside the game and search about 5th Crusade. I want to read about the first 4 Crusades now, for example. Or here that I read, I kinda know what the Whirlwind is, but I don't remember what it is and how it. I read about how it came up. Some god, there was a conflict, and some god was trying to, a good god, a god from the, not an evil god, a deity, was fighting another god or something, and by accident he or she, I don't remember what god it was, there was it hit the earth, for example, with a major blow, and created the whirlwind, which opened a rift with the abyss, and demons started coming, like fantastic stuff. So now I wanna go and read where is the whirlwind? I don't remember. And it says that demon lords, for example, the demon lords are preparing to strike the decisive blow. I know the demon lords. There are many conflicts between demon lords in the abyss. They are very devious creatures and very backstabbing. They're not like the devils in hell, for example, that abide by the law. They are chaotic creatures. They constantly fight each other most of the time. So who are the demons that are preparing to strike a decisive blow? And are there other demon lords that oppose to this? Just for a small paragraph, I have so many question marks in my head right now. Let's go. Nice art here. Right, now, difficulty. Also difficulty, I have given it some thought, not exactly in the game, like in this menu, but I have seen some videos and because I have heard that the game is different than the Pathfinder difficulties. What I like is playing these games in... I really like the difficulty again in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. These are my standards for role-playing, dialogue, story, difficulty, everything. I wanted to play in core, for example, because that's how I played those games. But I understand this game is far from that difficulty. Core is not really core. It's a version of core implemented like the developers implemented their version of core. It's not the core rules of the game. It's not recommended for players not familiar with the Pathfinder system. I am familiar, but even then I have heard that core is very stat bloated, for example. Do you confirm? I want to see some stuff. For example, this here, right? Number of enemies increased. It makes me think. If it's core, why isn't it standard? And in Pathfinder, the difficulties were kinda misleading, but I think this is the case here. But I think somewhere I read that this is not core, this is hard, this is very hard, and this is the unfair. This is the only... I think story and unfair are the most accurate in the description. I think all the other part in between, not so much. Especially these three difficulties. And this is the one that most people find it annoying with the description. So these are the most accurate, I think, story and unfair, and this is the most inaccurate. At least that's my perception. But we'll see. We'll play core, modified, we'll modify it, and we'll see how it goes. I will experience it myself and see how it turns out. If it feels too hard or something like that, I will modify it further. Alright. Critical hits, normal. Death's Door, yes. Dead companions rise after combat, off. Remove negative effects on rest. Blindness, ability damage, and numerous other negative effects will be removed immediately upon resting. No. Off. Remove controlling effects after combat. With this option switched on, frightened, paralyzed, and numerous other negative controlling effects will be removed soon after. Yeah, frightened, paralyzed, and controlling effects. Yes, this will live on. Because it's more than it's an annoyance. You have to wait. You have to sit there and wait for them to expire. I remember doing that in... I think I was doing that a lot in Baldur's Gate. But negative effects, because they are permanent, you actually have to use abilities to, or spells or scrolls to remove them. I will leave it off. Auto level up off. Enemy stat adjustments none. Damage to party default. Number of increase of enemies no. Standard. And since this is core, this should be standard. I don't understand why this is increased. Leave the increased stuff for how many? Like, leave this for hard, bro. Leave this for hard. I don't know, man. Additional enemy behaviors off. The party speed depends, and I won't turn it on because I imagine what this will do. This will give spells and stuff like that to enemies that are not supposed to have them, or something like that, and I don't like that stuff. I'm pretty sure the enemies come pre-buffed anyway, so don't need to empower them even more. The party speed depends on the weight you are carrying. I'm not sure about this. This means, like, this is not a difficulty setting. It's mostly like management inventory thing. And heavy CRPGs, serious RPGs like this one usually have a very borderline tedious management inventory. Although I have quality of life installed as mods. But this is something extra on top of... we'll leave it on for now and we'll see. Weather effects heavy, light and heavy. The option determines the severity of penalties and how much damage members of your party will receive. We'll leave it heavy. Enable character... This would mean like a storm or something like that. I would have to use maybe... Who knows, maybe protection from energy or something like that. Enable character retrain. When enabled, allows a certain NPC in the game to retrain your character and companions. I have toy box and I can respect via toy box or the respect mod, so I don't really need this, but let's leave it on. Crusader management difficulty, story casual standard. I will leave it as standard. Yeah, you see, standard. Like, why not standard enemies here? Number of enemies, but leave the increased stuff for the harder. Standard. What is casual? Casual difficulty multiplies by 2 the amount of resources gained and the number of recruits available for hire. And provide 1 additional free sets for mercenaries per week. Story difficulty multiplies by 3 the amount of resources gained and the number of recruits available. I will leave it standard. If I see anything stupid, like how we say lawful stupid or chaotic stupid, or chaotic evil stupid, stupid evil in general, if I see something difficulty stupid, I will just turn it down. Crusade auto mode off, only active companions receive experience off. No, because I don't know which companions I want to use, so I want them to be able to level up equally in case I need to do other arrangements, or some companions may leave me, who knows. Only skill user receives skill check experience. It's on. I'm gonna have it off. It's the various checks. I mean, I was thinking about using this on, having this on. On the other hand, I will think it like, for example, someone picklocks chest, right, and he gains experience, a rogue or something. With this option on, it would mean that only the rogue gains experience. Okay, but it's a bit more realistic, quote-unquote, in a game with dragons and demons and gods. Of course, like, realistic is something kinda like a joke, but on the other hand, it's kinda more realistic, let's say. On the other hand, I will justify it as, you know, the person picks the lock and the rest of the party, they are paying attention to what he's doing while picking the lock, and they are learning from that. Or someone passes a diplomacy check, or you know, the other party members listen to the dialogue and learn from the one who earned the XP via the dialogue, because they are learning you know, live and learn, something like that. What is this? Is this Iron Man? Only one save slot available. Yeah, right. No thanks. We'll show the tutorial. Let's go. Are we okay? Normal, okay. Let's double check. Death's door. Dead companions rise after combat off. Remove negative effects off. Controlling effects yes on. Party speed depends on the weight you're carrying. This I might change, I don't know. And the weather we see. Character and retreat. Alright. We're good. We're good. I can't save. Can't save here. So, I was thinking about... I mentioned it earlier. I was thinking about going anti-paladin. But I can't justify it. Anti-paladins are usually neutral evil, chaotic evil, maybe lawful evil sometimes, the tyrants, the subclass. But in this scenario that the demons are attacking and stuff like that, it doesn't make sense for me. I can't justify it. I can't build a story to justify me being a demonic follower. Maybe if I went ahead and watched the intro, the trailer of the game, to see how is the intro, and it doesn't give you anything like an excuse to go demonic. For example, at least now in the start of the game, like, I mean, for a backstory for the character, right? I don't know what happens next, but for me at least, it would make sense if there was some kind of trigger, like if we could know before the game starts more about the situation. For example, demons attacking, or some factions of the demons attacking with their respective demon lords, the leaders, and some other leaders of the abyss are opposed to that for various reasons, so that who knows, maybe because they don't want Rovagug to break out of his prison and destroy everything, you know, stuff like that. Some excuse. I can't find any. And the way it's described, although demons don't wish the destruction of the world, it's the daemons that want the destruction of everything. The demons don't want the destruction of everything. They want to corrupt humans, to rule over them, and because they have benefit. When people get corrupted, the demons benefit because they fuel their ranks after life, after they are judged by Pharasma. That makes sense. So, but the way it's been described from the trailer and what is being insinuated is that they're gonna destroy everything. It's a full-scale attack against the world. That's how I understand it. So why would I be a demonic follower? And if you are an anti-paladin, you have to be a demonic follower. There are no good deities to support anti-paladin alignment. Although I'm very fond of the anti-paladin, I could go lawful evil. But although I admire Asmodeus as the ruler of hell and the lawful evil alignment, the leader of that, I admire him. I have read his story and the history. I don't wanna be under him because I don't wanna be a lawyer. It's like fucking lawyers. You know what I'm getting to is that for example, I can start as lawful evil, right? I like Asmodeus and what he represents. Manipulate the laws to benefit. I like that concept, but the other thing is that I don't want to be locked into alignments. because you might laugh, but I was searching the wiki and the history and the alignments in the various class, how the followers of different gods, what's the word I'm looking for? How let me put it this way: how the gods respond to what their follower is doing, their edicts and their anathemas, and the alignment they allow for their followers and all that. I feel very restricted with all that because I know for a fact, because I've been playing these games for decades, that no game can do justice to alignments. Unfortunately, it's very hard. And it's very complicated too, because it's one thing how we perceive good and evil and lawful and chaos, and how the people inside the game, the NPCs, perceive law and order and chaos and neutral and evil. It's different. It's very complicated to balance this in game, and most of the times in dialogues I'm very disappointed, like very when it comes to alignment and choices about, especially when you want to play evil, not stupid evil, intelligent evil. I'm very disappointed in every game I have played, with minor exceptions. I think Knights of the Old Republic did it well, but 1 and 2. And some options from Pathfinder were alright, I guess, but for the most part it wasn't a good experience. Maybe if you were a lawful evil, yeah, but there were some things that made sense, but some other stuff there were completely, I don't want to use a very bad word, nonsensical. So I decided that I want to play. I will start as neutral. I will start as neutral, and I won't be able to see the alignment of my choices unless there is a check, and whatever happens. I'm actually curious to see if I start neutral, how I will end up. But not in a way that I'm actively trying to push myself to one direction for me being able then to choose a mythic path. I don't wanna be like that. I wanna roleplay. So whatever seems logical and makes sense to me during the dialogues, I'm gonna pick that, regardless if I'm gonna get locked out of a mythic path or whatever. So that's the basis of my thought process, and building on top of that, then I was trying to, okay, I can't play anti-paladin like that. I can't be a neutral anti-paladin. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't exist. I could make a homebrew, or I could mod it, but I don't want to do it. I want to say some kind of inside the bounds and limits of the alignment and the game, the boundaries that the game sets for you. That's why I'm not using, for example, tabletop tweaks, although I know it brings the game closer to the tabletop. I prefer to stay within the boundaries of the game, of the computer game, not the tabletop. Anyway, so as far as character, then I started thinking, what character is most? If you are neutral, what are you gonna be? What are you gonna do? What is your profession gonna be? Stuff like that. And there were various options, of course. Since I wanna go melee, and when I was younger, for many years, I always played sorcerers in these games, or wizards, or casters in general, full casters. But I don't like how pathetic they are in the first few levels. And for example, in this game, especially in this game, that there is a war going on, beginning as a level 1 sorcerer, it makes no sense to me. So I can't play that. I could play neutral sorcerer, of course. That's why I was thinking sorcerer. That's why I like the sorcerers, because they can be neutral. They can be good or evil or lawful or chaotic whenever they suits them and their interest, because I'm a selfish guy and my characters are gonna be selfish and power hungry. So sorcerers are nice for that. Also they are charisma based, so you can be the face of the party and have diplomacy, intimidate and stuff like that, which I really like. But I don't wanna go caster because it doesn't make sense. In RPGs, from now on, I'm gonna be doing melee or melee casters or something. Some magic, but mainly martial arts, because martial arts, martial classes. It makes more sense. Everyone can pick up a sword and go be a mercenary, you know, and then they can progress and become super powerful. But at the start of the game, with the first few levels, it doesn't annoy me to see a level 1 fighter or barbarian or even paladin, you know. But I'm very annoying to see casters at level 1. They're useless. They should stay home and practice and read more and learn more spells first, and then go out into the world when they are level 10 or something. Anyway, so the class that I decided to play is, yes, a Bloodrager. I know, because I have read a lot. I know when I started looking into this class, because I wanted how did I end up in Bloodrager? Because many of you will say, oh no, another Bloodrager playthrough. Come on, man. Because it's one of the most powerful classes as far as martials go. And no kidding, like when I started looking into the class, I was like, what the fuck, man. I started at the barbarian first. But then I was like, god damn, man, this class. So yeah, I was thinking, I don't like multi-classing. I know I could take a fighter and multi-class with warrior, with a caster or whatever. I don't like, I want a more simple life. So my options were something like, I wanted something like paladin, but neutral. So there are some few options, but and single class, not dual and triple class with dips. So what are our options? My options were Magus, Eldritch Scion, I was thinking especially. It's a good option. Inquisitor is good, and some other classes. And then my attention brought me to the Bloodrager. Magus is a bit more caster than Bloodrager. Bloodrager is essentially a martial with couple of spells and abilities, like a paladin. Like paladin is. Magus is more caster. Even the Eldritch Scion is more caster. It's level 6 caster, I think. So Bloodrager it is. I'm very happy that this. Why is she female? Alright, so Bloodrager and Primalist, of course. I was talking about Primalist the whole time, not because Primalist is essentially Bloodrager and but just better in every aspect. The Bloodrager doesn't have a reason to exist if Primalist exists. And yeah, I was very surprised when I started looking at Bloodrager 3 and comparing it to Primalist. I was like, what am I missing? What the hell? How? Am I tired? Am I not seeing something? But yeah, it is what it is. So, Bloodragers. are berserkers who succumb to rage. I'm surprised that its difficulty is medium. I think it's easy. Although I haven't played, but I suppose it's an easy class to play. Barbarian is easy, for example. I think Bloodrager should be, if not 1 out of 5, it should be 2 out of 5. Primalist? Ah, it's the same. So Bloodragers are berserkers who succumb to rage to increase their power in melee fight. They can use a basic set of arcane spells, mostly to empower themselves. As a Bloodrager advances, they gain immunity to certain enemies' tactical advantages. Primalist. While Bloodrage powers come from the very essence of a Bloodrager's being and are often strict and immutable, some Bloodragers tap into ancient traditions and primitive wisdom to enhance their rages with something more primal. The Primalist mixes his bloodline with more traditional rage power. Also, another thing I really like about this class is that when I'm playing martials with that have also access to spells like paladins or anti-paladins or magus or eldritch scions and stuff, or eldritch knights. No, yes, classes like that that are martials or 3/4 martial and caster. I want to be able to justify how they get their abilities. Like, and the thing that I like about the Bloodrager is that in it's not like, for example, Paladin and Anti-Paladin gain their powers from some god. So you have to be dependent on a god, and you have to play within the alignment. Again, it's the previous discussion, the previous things I was saying. When you are playing, when you are playing like a Bloodrager, for example, or a Magus, you are free from that. You can do as you please. You don't have to do what your gods want you to do. Otherwise, you're gonna lose your powers. You know. And I really like this. And I really love the fact that Bloodrager is a full martial, full attack bonus. Alright, Primalists, let's go. Let's do it already. Can we start the game at some point? We'll go human, male. I want human because I want the extra feat. Although the Primalist has so many feats. In that regard, he's better than Paladins and Anti-Paladins. He loses. I think the only thing that I'm missing from the Anti-Paladin class, especially, is the bonus to from Charisma to saves. But the feats, it's like playing a warrior. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Primalist has with the 2 bloodlines. I think Primalist has more feats than a fighter, for example. I'm not sure though. But I think if he picks, I'm telling you, the more I was reading about this class, the more I was surprised, because I'm pretty sure when you get the second bloodline, like you get your 10 base feats, and then you get the bloodline, and you can get 6 more feats, I think, and then you can get a second bloodline again, another 6 feats. Like, I think it's borderline OP, if I'm not mistaken, because maybe I have misunderstood something. So human, because of the extra feat. I was thinking about Dampir and stuff, but I like the Dampirs because they live like 700 years, and I really like mortality. So, but I think if you lose the feat though, also the Dampirs get some other nice stuff. Immune to energy drain effect, very nice. Also a class that would pair well with Anti-Paladin, like a Blackguard, you know, but it loses the extra feat again. But this, they resist the immune to energy drain and bonus on saving throws against disease and stuff like that. It remind me a lot of the Blackguard from D&D. Anyway, humanities though. Alright. We will go... I thought about going mercenary and stuff here. But for fluff. But then I thought... let's change the background. Let's change... because the first thing I thought when I was... Okay, I'm gonna play neutral and I'm gonna be a mercenary. Like literally, I'm looking for a job. Hire me to kill demons. But then I was like, wait a minute, this gives some bonus stuff here. Let's check the other classes. So the concept changed. And the craftsman was the one that I always didn't look at all. Like I was always starting from here, then and then I was like, wait a minute, let's see. And lumberjack adds athletics, which is already a skill we know, and we're gonna get a boost +1 to that. And we also get a bonus on fortitude saving throws. This is super nice. Super nice. +1 bonus to saving throws for free. I really like. Where is it? We can't see it. I will check it out later. But I think... Yeah, I need to unlock the other stuff first, huh? Yeah, okay. Maybe I was thinking farmhand, because it adds athletics and lore, but I won't have enough points for skills, and I'm thinking about it now. The only thing that I'm not gonna be I prefer a lumberjack is because I'm gonna start with +2 grey takes, and at the start of the game, you know, if you are already proficient, which barbarians like and bloodragers of course are proficient with all weapons, but with not enhanced weapons, when you have a simple grey text, for example, that you are already proficient, and you get another. This gives you proficiency too, but you are already proficient. Then it gives you a +1 enhancement. Of course, if you get an enhanced weapon, you lose this. But at the start of the game, we're gonna be playing with simple weapons, so why not give us a little boost? So we'll go with that, I guess. Lumberjack. So yeah, my character will gonna be like this. He's gonna be... It's a barbarian, okay? It's a bloodrager. He gains his powers because of his bloodlines, but he's peaceful. He's not looking for war. He's living in a small village, and his profession is a lumberjack. He cuts wood for a living, and he's peaceful. But the village gets attacked by demons. It gets destroyed. My character barely makes it out with his life, and he's going to Kinabres to find shelter and work and start a new life. That's the plan. That's why he picks up the sword. And he's really mad at the demons too, because they burned down his village, and the ones he loved, his family, all died in that village, right? So now he's mad. He's really mad. His inner rage is he's about ready to explode, to come out. So here it is, simple, nice, and we have a good excuse to start in that city that the game starts. Alright, now, oh my dude, you can't imagine how many portraits I went through to decide on this one. You can't imagine. I went through hundreds of portraits. Because yeah, I'm obsessed. I'm a weirdo like that. Only thing I don't like about this guy is he doesn't have any armor. What you gonna do? You can't have it all in this life. But the look on his face on this dude, he reminds me of a bit of Ragnar from the Vikings series. But I think he looks better. Is he the one? I mean, even now I'm thinking, is it him? But I think he looks even better. Alright. Here, what are we gonna do? I know the optimal thing for this is to dump everything here. This is not... there are some disagreements here about the wisdom. But I think a lot of people would go with something like this. Or even dump this too, and but I don't want, because of the will saves, I don't want to have minuses. And I was thinking about this, to be honest. I don't like this one here. I don't like it at all, because it doesn't give me anything. It's a point that I can't do anything with this, and it really annoys me. But I won't go like this. I will go a bit less optimal route. Let me remember what I wanna do. Intelligence we don't need. We're not gonna be stupid. I don't think the game makes us stupid, but we don't benefit anything. My character won't benefit anything with intelligence. Maybe I will lose dialogue options. I don't know. But I'm willing to not roleplay this. Usually I want to have every stat when I play these games. I don't wanna dump stats below 10, because then you go into the stupid category, or vulnerable, or whatever. But since my character doesn't need intelligence at all, I'm gonna pretend that this doesn't exist here and it's above 7. I know I'm not stupid. I'm kinda stupid, but I know I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna play him like stupid, and I'm not gonna pick dialogues as a stupid person. I hope the game doesn't cut me out of options. But yeah, we're gonna go 18 strength because it is one of our main stats. Charisma, we only need 14 to be able to cast 4th level spells, and maybe have a bit of charisma for character, for dialogues, intimidation or whatever. And then I was playing, I think, I was trying to figure out what to do with the rest of the points. I want to have 16 constitution, to be honest, but I can't. I was thinking about leaving this 13 because I don't need the... I won't have access to level 4 spells up until 13 level. So I could leave this 13 up to level 12, for example, and then take my 1 point here to get this to 14. Because at 4, 8, 12 and 16 we get additional stat points, and 20. And I'm still thinking about it, to be honest. Not gonna lie. I want dexterity above 13 to be able to take dodge. And I like the more initiative and 2 more armor here from the dexterity. 2 AC. But I want constitution too, because the rage ability, which is a main feature of the class, works well with this. The more constitution we have, the more we can rage. And more hit points is always good, and of course fortitude, but... so what can we do here? I mean, I could go like this. And I'm thinking about going like this. It's not the most optimal. But especially with Wisdom. Wisdom is kinda a dead stat for the Barbarian. It only gives me nothing else rather than one save to will. But I think one of the worst things that... And also rage. When you rage, you get Wisdom saving throws. But one of the worst things that can happen to a party is your Barbarian getting mind controlled or confused or whatever and start killing your team. And especially with this class, which is so powerful, I don't wanna... If I can get even 1+1 to will save, I think I'm gonna get it. So yeah, when we get first, when we are able to get to get another point, we'll put it in Constitution to get the +3, and then the rest of the points will go to Strength. I don't know if there's another combination I could do. I could go like this. I could live with Charisma 12, to be honest. I have access to level 2 spells, which won't come until level 7. I think level 4 is the first time we will have access to spells. I could go like this, or I could go like this. I could go like this actually. But I have one point though that I can't use it, and I'm really upset when I have a point and it goes nowhere. And I want just one stat to be odd number, not two. So, I mean, of course, Constitution is more important than fucking Charisma and Wisdom, but we'll go like this. I know this is not the most optimal way, but we'll do it. Skill, we'll take Athletics, Persuasion, and this last point, I don't know what to do with this. We'll take the Athletics, we'll take the Persuasion. I was thinking maybe Perception, to be honest. But I know that there's something with mobility. There are a couple of feats that are dependent on it, or something about fighting style, defense, something. I don't remember. And you need to have 3 ranks. So we'll put a rank here, and then we'll take next time we're gonna be getting Perception. Out of curiosity, how much Perception would I have? 5, eh? God damn it. And this is a Wisdom skill. When we level up, I guess. We'll take Mobility for now. I hope I don't waste my points here. Or I could go Perception and leave this for later. Notice traps and hidden objects. Determine your chances to be not surprised in case of a sudden attack on your camp. I mean, my Wisdom is shit. There will definitely be better characters than mine for Wisdom and Perception, I'm pretty sure. Something like Inquisitor or what, if there exists in the game, but let's take it. Get it out of the way, and we'll get Perception next time. All right. So we get we are proficient with medium armors, right? Oh, this is from Lumberjack. Where is the class? And we can cast without penalty, without arcane spell failure, as long as we wear light and medium. I would prefer heavy, of course, but what you gonna do? We can have it all. And again, because I'm a weirdo like this, even this thing like here that I can't use heavy armor, I had to look for for portraits that don't wear heavy armors. And there are so many good portraits with heavy armors I really would like to use, but goddamn. Okay, so I know that my character needs AC armor, armor class bonuses. I need to stack up on AC. That much I know, because raging gives you -2 to armor class. At least when we start. I don't remember later. Yeah, here we get tireless Bloodrager, we will not get fatigue, but this is already level 17. I thought that at some point we wouldn't have -2 AC, but maybe I'm mistaken. At 11th level, when a Bloodrager enters Bloodrage, the bonus to his attack and damage roll increases to +3, morale will save is increased to +3. He can cast a second level spell as a swift action. I don't see anything about AC here. And there are so many stuff that I had to look into before I decided for the Bloodrager that now I'm confused, because I think I saw somewhere that at higher levels of rage you don't get the minus. Here it doesn't say anything though. Anyway, we're gonna get armor focus, medium, +1 AC, and we're gonna get weapon focus. If I'm playing with weapon, what's it called? The mod, I don't remember. The weapon focus plus or something, I don't remember. With a sub mod as well, because I really like weapon focus, but I really dislike how it's implemented in games like this. Even in Baldur's Gate and stuff, I never liked it. I mean, I know how to use a great axe, okay? I'm gonna use the same way a great club or a great sword. So this thing just categorizes makes less categories, you know? If it's a 200 weapon, you're gonna get the bonus for every 200 weapon. I want to have options with the weapons, fuck it. I don't care. Usually I want to play these games by the rules, but I will make an exception here, I don't care. Alright, so that's done. And what else do we wanna see here? Of course, we'll get bloodlines and stuff like that. We'll decide now. Okay, next. Are we okay? We get 2 feats because it's level 1. Oh, where is the next one? I don't understand. We got a great axe. Ah, okay, my bad. Now we get the second feat. Medium armor and weapon focus. I'm a bit confused because double great X it says here. I was trying to confirm that it was a great X focus. Alright. Lines, bloodlines. We're gonna go with Serpentine. And one of the great stuff about this extraordinary class is that you can exchange, like we get a bloodline here, right? It has the various bonuses and stuff like that. Bloodrager at 4th level and every 4th level thereafter, a primalist can choose to take either his bloodline power or 2 barbarian rage power. And this works for the second bloodline as well, retroactively. it's crazy. If the primalist chooses rage powers, those rage powers can be used in conjunction with his blood rage, and his blood rage level acts as his barbarian level when determining the effect of those blood rage power and any prerequisites. Any other prerequisites for a rage power must be met before a primalist can choose it. This ability does not count as the rage power class feature for determining fit. So what this means is that at levels 4, 8, 12 and 16 and maybe 20, I'm not sure, if I see something here that I don't like, some of these powers, for example this one, I don't like this ability, I can exchange it with 2, not 1, but 2 powers from the barbarian rage powers. Like, it's crazy. Alright, so we get from this class Serpentine bloodline, we get a bite, and of course these things I had to look. I did a lot of reading these days because you know, when you create your class, I mean, you can't go blind in a game like this. Even for me, that I'm kinda experienced with these games, right? Like, it's one of those games that if you go blind, you better have lowered the difficulty. Because you're gonna fuck up. Like, 100%. Or there are gonna be things that are out of your control and you don't understand why. Or you are getting abilities and you don't understand why. For example, when I first looked at this, I was... whenever I saw fangs and stuff like that, I was like, oh, okay, this class, this bloodline is not for me because it's for polymorph or shifters and stuff like that. I didn't know that you can hold a weapon and bite at the same turn, and I was amazed. And this is fantastic because this particular bite, it deals 1 dice 8 damage. Okay, it doesn't scale, unfortunately, but it can apply a poison, the damage, the base damage doesn't scale, like the claws, for example, the dragon claws, dealing 1 constitution damage per round for 4 rounds. The DC is equal to 10 plus half your blood rage plus your constitution, and then the damage increases to 8th level to 1 dice 2 constitution damage, and then 1 dice 4. Fantastic. This is very nice. You kill bosses and stuff that are very tanky, maybe I can kill them faster. And this is on top of my main attacks. It's great. Of course, then I was looking at the claws here. And you can't use the claws with the sword. Or a melee weapon, you can use the claws. I don't know if you can stack... if you only do natural attacks like bites, claws, and what's the other one, gore or something. I don't know if you can. Maybe you can stack those kind of attacks, but with melee weapons, I'm pretty sure you can stack bites and gore. I don't know what gore is, but I read it somewhere and I remember it now somehow. I don't remember what I ate yesterday, or I can't remember. I met somebody yesterday outside. And I had a conversation with him or her, and I don't remember their name. next time I see them. And now I can remember gore. God damn. Anyway, so yeah, the first ability here is very nice. +1 natural armor bonus to AC and plus bonus to saving throws against poison at 8th level, and every 4 levels after those bonuses increase by 1. Fantastic. This means max 5 natural bonus and saves to against poison. Fantastic. And you get extra feats. We're gonna the feats. You can get reflexes, combat reflexes, number of additional attacks of opportunity. This is nice. I will decide when we get there. And I haven't decided about the second bloodline, but since I'm not gonna take, I can't take now. I'm gonna decide when the time comes. And maybe someone can help me. What is a good second? I'm between. For a second one, I was thinking. I'm thinking about Hag. I like it. Arcane is pretty powerful, but the Blair and what else does it give? And displacement and stuff like that are very powerful. But I heard that in this game there are many enemies that have true seeing, and these abilities get a bit obsolete after some levels pass. Like the more the game goes, at first it might be good. Anyway, I was thinking about starting with this one. It's a very strong, like when I started looking at these things and how it cripples casters with area, gives them a difficulty to cast and stuff, I was like, god damn, this class is, this bloodline is the shit. The beast shape I would exchange, of course. I don't really... anyway, but I think Serpentine is the best for to start, because it gives nice enhancement from the get-go, more damage, and then more natural armor. That's very good. Then you get immune to poison at level 20, but who cares about that? You can get flat-footed and don't provoke attacks of opportunity, but at that point you are level 20. We will be demigods by then, so... Serpentine form will exchange. What's the other ones? And the feat. This one, the extra reach, I really like. Especially combined with enlarged or other stuff that can give you, or spells that can give you bigger size and reach. This is gonna be very nice. And this we will exchange for rage powers. Alright, so Serpentine it is. What else? How can I see my... yeah, I wanted to check my fortitude because of the lumberjack. Nice. We got +1 from the lumberjack background. Nice. Deity. This also I gave it a lot of thought. I was thinking about Gozre. I wanted a neutral god. I was thinking about going atheism, although I don't like atheism in a setting like this. It's kinda silly to go atheism or agnostic. Agnostic is more appropriate, but it's not a separate choice. It's included in atheism, which is silly in a game where, in a universe where you can see these powerful beings doing miracles and incredible stuff, and demons and all that. Someone should be kinda stupid not to, at least, if not worship, at least try to follow a god. I think the most appropriate is Gorum, because again, even though it doesn't say here, the most common followers of Gorum, the Blood God, is it's a god of war. It's a neutral. You can be chaotic, you can be neutral, you can be good, chaotic at least. I mean, there's a lot of room to roleplay. and you know, I mean, it fits with us. I mean, we are barbarians, essentially. At the end of the day, we are barbarians. We live a harsh life. It makes sense. And also, because we want to be a mercenary, because we are looking for a job right now, we are homeless. It makes sense even more because I went ahead and looked at the Pathfinder wiki to read about more lore about Gorum and the other gods, and all the martial, like mercenaries, warriors, fighters, brigands, whatever has to do with melee combat was following Gorum, so I was like, okay. There are some stuff about Gorum, about his edicts that I don't like. For example, Gorum has a thing, anathema, that the things that he doesn't like is, for example, executing prisoners or someone that surrenders, or he doesn't like you to win a battle if it's not direct combat, or if you avoid combat with diplomacy. He doesn't like stuff like that, and sometimes I like stuff like that. I'm not stupid. I want to be able to talk my way out of situations that will harm me if I don't have the upper hand. Also, if I really hate someone and I have defeated him in combat, I'm gonna fucking execute him. But it is what it is. For the most part, I think Gorum will cover us. Gorum, also known as our Lord in Iron, is a god of battle above all other pursuits. It is said that he would rust away into nothingness if there was ever a time with no more conflicts to be fought. His faithful believe he is present in every iron weapon of war that is forged. And also I read somewhere else in the wiki that about this last sentence here, that if he's displeased with you, your weapons are gonna rust, or maybe even dissolve. So yeah, Gorum it is. Wait a minute. Oh, I can't be. So he's chaotic, eh? That's a problem though, because I might be going to go lawful. So he's chaotic, eh? Yeah, he's chaotic in everything. He accepts neutral. I think I'm gonna displease him because I'm true neutral. Sometimes my character might go with the law, or some other times. Unfortunately, I couldn't find some deity that something more flexible. I know that chaos and law is complete opposites, but you know, there are people that or because it goes two ways, right? It goes the way, for example, if someone acts a certain way, it's because he sees things. For example, I might do something that I believe it's lawful, for example, and you, from your perspective, you might think that's chaotic. You know, it's subjective many times. So I really searched for some other deity that would be a bit more flexible, but I mean, the most flexible thing is atheism, and that's why I was thinking about getting it. But on the other hand, it's kinda stupid. I will follow. What's Gozre? Gozre I like because dualistic deity of nature, a god of the storm and sky, and also a goddess of the wave and surf, born of the ocean's fury and the wind's wrath. It's a fickle deity. I'm thinking about this as well. Neutral, good, lawful, neutral. You see, for example, this has more room. You can be neutral, evil. I won't lose anything. This is just role playing now. But he can. It's a god that can't go lawful and can go neutral, evil, and chaotic neutral. I think I'm gonna go with Gozra, to be honest. And as a person, me, not my character, me, I like nature. I like animals. These are ancient gods. I think Gozra even fought Rovagug. I'm pretty sure Gozra fought Rovagug. Fuck it, I will go with Gozra. Huh? Nah, I'm gonna go with Gorum. And if he doesn't like my alignment, so be it. Neutral. Alright, let's see what I can come up with. Body types. All these suck. I could be fat. Nah. Okay, face. The skin I think is fine. Is it? Let's be a little more light-skinned. And let's be bold. I'm not sure about the skin tone, to be honest. I think it's fine. Yeah, let's be a little more light-skinned. Bold. Let's go for the face. Oh. Let's have a beard. That's all? Oh, damn it. I was hoping for something more. This is not bad. We're gonna try. We're gonna try, but don't think we'll we'll get close to our target here. Unfortunately, it's not the best options. We'll go with this. I don't like the mustache. The mustache is goddamn terrible. Fucking hell. I really don't like this beard. This beard is better, but doesn't go well with my dude. We'll have to go with this. Damn it. Ah. Fine, we'll go with this. Can we do it a bit grey? I guess not, eh? Man, the customization is completely shit. But again, what you're gonna do, it's not a huge studio. I get that. I understand. Fine. So like this, blue eyes. Because blue eyes are fantastic. And let's have a different face. Oh, I prefer him. He's a bit angrier. Oh, he's even angrier. This dude doesn't look bad. He's very happy. He's sad. I think this is our guy. I think this is our guy. Yeah, he's trying too much, I think. Yeah, he's better. Alright, and what do we have here? War paint. I don't like war paint in general, but we'll try to match this guy. Is this the one? Go with this. I will go with this one. Scars? Oh, he can have scars too. No. Oh, he's burned. That's a nice car. Okay. Now the body. Ooh. I think there was a nice one up here. Yeah, I think that's the one I wanted. And don't wanna overdo it, to be honest. And it's I like I mean the red I would go for black to be like tattoos, but I think the red color goes well with the Bloodrager theme. Maybe I shouldn't add anything else. Oh, this is kinda nice. No, I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Don't need anything else. I like these letters here and stuff. Fine, we'll go like this. Clothes color. I don't see any... Ah, it's these things here. I can't see a difference, to be honest. Oh, there it is. So it's this and this, eh? Ah, wait a minute, it's another... Oh, these are different here. Oh, and what is this one? Ah, the belt. Okay. Should we go red? Or black? This is more serious. Let's try the red. Kinda. It's not really red, but... Ah! I think... Yeah. Yeah, I think this is nice. God damn it, this is not even red though. We don't have a good red. Oh, maybe... Wait, maybe this one. Oh. Yeah, I think this is better. Yeah, this is purple, this is not red. It's not red, bro. Yeah, I think this is the one. I think we're good. Yep. Okay, I'll take it.
I'll take care of it.
The voice.
So many thoughts, so little time.
Let us press on.
Where is...
Don't know, don't care.
It doesn't work. It will work. It will work in game though. We have the voice from Sarivok.
Time's not waiting.
I'll carve my name onto your flesh.
Not that I care.
The only
Damn it all. March, march. All I do is march.
the only voice I like from the
I
game
lead.
is the
You
aggressive.
follow. I am superior!
Kinda.
This will hurt.
Okay.
That's what you get.
All right. We will use the voice of Sarivok. It's, if you don't know, it's the main body from Baldur's Gate 1. Sarivok. I hope I didn't butcher it. And birth date, I don't have any. I haven't. This is one of the things I haven't looked up. So we'll leave it at. We'll leave it at that. Or we could do. Wait, we could do this. It's when Skyrim released. Alright. In 2011, of course. Alright. We're good, eh?
Ah, entertainment.
Okay, we're good to go. Let's get into it.